So you hit a plateau with your weight loss and you don't know what's going on. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what exactly is going on in your body and how to get over a fat loss plateau and keep moving forward, getting to your goal weight. If you guys don't know me, I'm Elizabeth with ElizabethAylorFitness. I have my 4-year degree in kinesiology, CSCS, and I'm a holistic nutritionist. So let's get started. So I want to start off with the main thing, and it's going to be setting unrealistic expectations for ourselves. When you go into a fat loss, if you initially cut out carbohydrates and bring them down, and you cut down on your sodium, what happens is your body is gonna flush out the excess water in your body, because for every 1 gram of carb, your body holds on to 3 to 6 grams of water. So you actually may not be in a caloric deficit. Your body may have just lost that water weight from cutting down on your carbohydrates and cutting down on the sodium, so it's not storing as much water. So you may need to be changing up your calories and taking yourself into a true caloric deficit. So tip number 1, make sure you are truly in a caloric deficit. My second tip is gonna come down to your recovery and your rest. And what I mean by this, if you are truly kicking butt, you're in the gym, you're pushing it, you're hitting your macros, you're on lower calories, you're doing your cardio, you need to look at your sleep and your stress levels. If you're not getting a good 8 hours of sleep at night, your cortisol levels are gonna be they're gonna be increased, as well as when you are stressed out, so you have work stress going on, other things in your life causing you just that constant state of chronic stress. Again, your cortisol levels are gonna be heightened. So if your cortisol levels are up, your body's actually gonna store fat, it's gonna retain water, and you're not gonna be losing that weight. So if your sleep is very low, or you're slacking on your sleep and your stress is very high, look into those 2 factors, optimize getting enough rest, recovery, and add in some meditation or some ashwagandha to help with that stress response. My third tip is gonna be move your body. So there's a point to this one. So as your calories go down, you have to realize that your body kind of goes into this mechanism of, I'm not getting as much calories, so I actually don't want to expend as much energy. So what you'll notice is that you end up where you're more active throughout the day in the beginning of your diet. Toward that end, or where you start hitting the plateau, you may be sitting at your desk longer, not moving your body as much. So maybe setting yourself a daily step goal. That would be a low impact cardio. Get out, maybe aim for 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day on top of your current cardio and strength training, so that you're moving your body more and therefore you are burning more calories. My next one that is super important is going to be, how long have you been on this deficit? If you start off on a deficit and say you're like 8, 12 weeks in, you keep lowering your calories, you're losing weight, all of a sudden you hit a pause. You may need to be implementing something as a diet break or refeed in. I do this with my clients every 6 to 12 weeks, depending on how low their calories are and how their body and their metabolism is. So what happens is, the longer you're on a caloric deficit, your leptin and your ghrelin levels kind of go in the opposite. You got your hunger hormone and your satiety hormone. That's what they are. So what happens, you're gonna realize you're hungrier more, and you're not as satisfied as your meals, and also it throws off your thyroid hormones the longer you're on a caloric deficit, and that's the driver of your metabolism. By adding in 1 to 2 day refeeds with the increase in your carbohydrates, sometimes I do it like 60, 70 grams, it just depends on the person, or 1 to 2 week diet breaks where I cut their cardio in half, I bring their calories up. This is all structured. For a good 1 to 2 weeks, their body's able to get their hormones back on track, lower those cortisol levels, get their glycogen stores back in the muscle so that they're feeling stronger. And sometimes with these diet breaks and refeeds, it may feel like, why am I increasing my food, lowering my cardio when I'm on fat loss? But sometimes it actually, most of the time, changes, and my clients lose weight during those time periods, because it helps just get everything back on track, so your body's like, okay, food, fuel, let's go, and it kind of resets you. So before I get off, I do want to kind of talk about it all one more time. So Number one, guys, make sure you're truly in a caloric deficit, okay? Number two, optimize rest, recovery, look at your stress. All of those impact your body's metabolism and water retention. My third one is gonna be move your body, get out, walk more, change up that training intensity. And then the last one is going to be looking into doing diet breaks and refeeds as a way to reset the metabolism, keep you burning and keep you from hitting those plateaus and getting over them. And I do wanna say one thing, please never track just the number on the scale because your body is made out of water, okay? When you have more sodium one day, when you're getting close to your periods, whatever it may be, your body is gonna fluctuate a few pounds week to week because of just water, stress, and everything. So take progress pictures, do measurements, see how your clothes are fitting. If your clothes are getting looser, your numbers in like your waist, your arms, that's going down. And the scale, if it's not moving, you're losing fat. Just you may be retaining more water. So don't just use that number on the scale. If you guys are interested in coaching, I will put all my information below. I hope you guys have an incredible day and love you.